What is this? The Woody Show.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
So, the Malcolm in the Middle revival. Did anybody watch that?
No,
but I've been reading about it.
I like
a
that
little
it
bit.
exists.
I didn't realize it was out. The only one that
I didn't watch it either.
been watching that the revival is Scrubs.
Oh, I've been watching
Me
Scrubs
too.
Yes.
And I went on to watch Scrubs last night because I love it, and they were pumping this Malcolm in the Middle like nobody's business. It must have just been released yesterday because it was on the Disney app. The trailer just starts playing, and it looks really good, and I do want to watch it.
Well, the Malcolm in the Middle revival became the #1 season premiere of the year on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Wow.
I was
it's big.
kind of surprised that Bryan Cranston agreed to it.
Well, that's why I think it's so big.
Yeah, agreed.
The only one who didn't was the kid who played Dewey, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't he
Oh,
a
he's not an actor
total
anymore.
recluse?
Yeah.
And he said he turned down a, quote, boatload of money.
Really?
Right.
Am I
do it.
thinking of someone else, or
Why?
did he marry like a much older lady? Or
Did
was
he?
that somebody
I thought
else?
he was in college.
I think that was
sure.
a Home Improvement
Oh,
kid.
I totally mixed
Yeah,
them up.
he married
Thank you,
some,
Greg.
like, gilf.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Yuck.
I know.
Yuck.
Like,
You know?
why?
Yeah,
Why
gross.
bother?
All right, 877-44, Woody's the phone number. Send us a text over to 22987. Birthdays, porno birthday is coming up. And Greg Gorey, we'll start with you today. What do you got for
All
us?
right. Well, basically, Faces of Death. Remember that movie?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that
Movies.
series.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was a
Many.
series.
Super notorious movie. Came out in 1978, which I thought it was way later than that. It was a cult classic because it kind of claimed to show real people and animals dying,
Yep.
like totally gruesome, and it blurred the lines between real and fake. And I will admit, I never fully understood if it was real or
I
fake.
don't
Yeah,
think
never.
anyone did.
Okay, so we were kids when that was out, and that was like
it
the
was
big thing.
big.
We felt like we were so like cool and dangerous.
And being
Yeah.
rebellious.
Now
by
thinking
watching
back
it.
at it, it's like we would rent it from the store.
Yeah.
And then, if these really were videos of people actually dying, why would you be able to rent it like that?
True.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Right.
wouldn't that because that'd be a snuff film, right? And aren't
yeah.
those illegal?
Oh, yeah. Of
Okay.
course.
Although there are videos on the internet when people,
I know.
now.
I used to be into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg used to watch that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah.
God.
But back in the day, you would go and you would get Faces of Death and you'd watch it. Now
It was a big deal.
we didn't realize it was a quote movie. We
Right.
just thought it was like a video that had a collection of
A random
Like a
collection
montage of randos dying.
of gross things.
One I remember is the guy was working in a junkyard and he was like getting something off of a car and it was up on a kind of a shoddy jack and then the car came down and like got him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And
I-
it was like, oh my God.
The only thing I remember in
monkey?
my memory is so blurry. Didn't they have like a monkey at
Yeah.
a dinner table and
Yeah.
they killed it with a hammer or something?
And they were like
that?
cracking its head and then
Yeah.
eating the monkey
I
brains.
mean, that's real.
I'm right, but that's the only thing I remember. Anyway, here we are.
that
Almost
was real?
Yeah, they do
Wait,
that for
so
real.
no, I'm
mean,
saying,
it
but
was-
in the Faces of Death videos, none of the stuff that you actually saw in that was real, right?
Like,
That
it was
could-
maybe based on real stuff, but
That-
that wasn't
maybe.
any actual footage from stuff like that,
That
right?
could have probably been real.
And are you thinking it's real because that was in an Indiana
Indiana
Jones
Jones.
movie?
No, because that stuff still actually
It
happened.
really happened. Well, here we are almost 50 years later. They're making a new version of Faces of Death. It's a modern version. Viral videos, content moderation, and algorithm obsession, part of how people interact with shocking stuff online. So the new version is described officially as a reflection on the original's legacy and modern internet culture's own morbid curiosity.
That's great.
So I would probably check it out.
Okay,
Not gonna
yes,
lie.
as an adult, I'd check it out. But we were watching this stuff as kids. I don't want my kid being like, I just saw the new Faces of Death.
Yeah.
And you know what? You survived.
I know.
That's
but
part of being
we're
a kid.
made of stronger stuff.
No, I'm saying part of being a kid is, going
Finding
and
out about
stumbling
that stuff.
upon
and
that
finding things and
That
doing
you're
those kind
not
of things that are
supposed to.
behind your parents' back.
Yeah.
And we all have to remember that we were kids and we did all this stuff and we survived.
stuff. We did.
Like, it was fine. In fact, we always, Gen X, we love to talk about how we were like free range kids
Yeah.
and nobody knew where we were. And we survived.
We did.
The ones
So
that
if-
seem to be overprotective, like hardcore, are the ones that end up doing the most craziest stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
because when they do break
yeah.
free and they get a little bit of independence, they go
Yeah.
nuts with
They
it.
get
the
addicted
helicopter
to it.
parents always
Yeah.
ended up having the worst kids.
Yeah.
But even
the
though we
worst.
did it, and I'm speaking as a non-parent, even though we did it, I wouldn't want my kid to do it.
Of course not.
You know, I'm with you. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want my 10-year-old to watch Faces
so
of Death.
I was stumbling
I
around
wouldn't
the
want
internet.
I wouldn't watch it with them.
Right.
But if I found out that they watched it,
you'd get it.
Yeah.
I would get it.
You'd be like, I
right.
get it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was a big deal back in the day.
And I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like, you're not going to put that stuff. Like, I know my son is probably, looking at,
naked things.
Naked ladies.
Right.
Now, am I providing it to him? No. Although we
not.
did have a friend who his dad used to give him the old Playboys. Like, once he was done with them, he would give him.
Once he was done.
We always knew that we can go over to his house
That's cool.
and see those there. Like, I wouldn't be that guy. I wouldn't be that cool either. I'm also not going to be I'm going to buy the booze and you can drink at the house
No,
guy.
you're the don't ask, don't tell guy.
Hell no.
But when it
The
came,
don't ask, don't tell
That's
guy.
you.
That's right.
yeah.
Yep.
But when it came to like faces of death and all this kind of stuff, I found it kind of educational. Like, oh, don't do that because you could die.
Yeah.
and it made me like never want to go to Brazil because all the craziest videos
Totally.
came out of
Right, yeah.
Brazil.
All right, Menace, what you got?
Well, there's beef in the podcast world that's going down between Alex Cooper and Alex Earl. Now, Alex Cooper is the host of the Call Her Daddy podcast, which is very famous, got like $100 million contract. And Alex Earl is this girl, what do you would say? She was kind of like an influencer. She's been rumored to be dating Tom Brady. And she was under Alex's Earl podcasting network. And then suddenly there's just like a separation.
And they
She's-
look exactly the same.
Yeah, Alex Earl stopped like doing podcasts under her company, and no one knows why. And Alex Earl has always alluded like there's something going on with Alex Cooper. Now, Alex Cooper did this thing where I thought
How do you spell her name? A-L?
Alex Cooper.
L-I-X.
A-L-I-X?
I think so.
Alex Earl.
Yeah, one
but
is
that-
A-L-E-X and one is A-L-I-X.
Okay, so Alex Earl's the one that potentially could be dating Tom Brady, and who used to work for Call Her Daddy
Oh, they
company.
do
Gain
look alike.
popularity.
They look exactly
Yeah.
the same.
Gain popularity for her relatable and authentic "Get Ready With Me" videos on TikTok.
Right, exactly.
What a world!
I
What a
know.
world!
I
Anyways,
know.
I want to get to my point. My point of bringing this up, Alex Cooper said, hey, look, if there's some kind of beef or you have something to say about me, just say it. Stop alluding to it and getting all this press out of
Oh,
it.
so she's
If you
calling out like fake drama?
Yeah, she's saying like this is fake drama. If you have something to say, just say it. And guess what? Nothing's really been said.
Well, it's good for business
Yeah.
for both of them.
Yeah.
It brings
True.
the other chick up, and you said she's super popular, $100 million, deal
Yeah.
with Call Her Daddy. This other chick gets her name out there because
By
people
keeps on saying that, there's this drama. Now, for all you old heads out there, I just want to bring this other factor up. Alex Earl, guess who her stepmom is? It is Ashley Dupree.
Dupree.
Do you know that name, Greg? As an
I know the
fellow old
name.
head.
I know the name, but why do I know the name?
Well, she was the escort that took down Elliot Spitzer, the
I would
Congress
not have
guy.
remembered that.
Yeah, but it was a big thing for all the old.
So what you're saying is just a bunch of scandalous hoes.
scandalous hoes,
And they are
Hoes
identical.
be hoeing.
Yeah.
Scandalous hoes be hoeing.
But I do like that. If somebody said, "Hey," if somebody keeps on saying that you're a bad person, call them out and say, "Well,
Yeah.
what do you have to say about me? Say it."
What you got, Gina Grad?
Okay, so you know this actress Ruby Rose? She was on Orange is the New Black and like a bunch of stuff. Okay, she's making this crazy claim against Katy Perry, and it's all over social media now that, and people throw around the term like, I was assaulted and sexually assaulted. Well, listen to this. She says that back when she was in her 20s, she was in this nightclub in Australia.
How's their pie?
I can tell you how Katy Perry's pie is. Because Rose said that while she was like laying on her friend's lap, like resting on her best friend's lap, she said Katy Perry came over, quote, pulled her underwear to the side and rubbed her disgusting vagina on my face.
Nice.
And she said, and I projectile vomited.
Did you?
That's what she said.
Did
she
you
was probably
really?
she was probably drunk.
I don't buy that.
She said she didn't speak about it publicly. She downplayed it as a joke, but a rep for Katy Perry said this did not happen, calls it false and reckless.
Vagina.
Rose says she's not planning to file a report, but wanted to speak out after holding
It sounds
in
like
for
you
all
just
these
did. You
years.
just filed a public report.
A public report, yeah. But to God, I've never, I don't, people always have beef with Katy Perry, and I'm like, I don't know, she seems cool. But
I don't buy it.
That this story happened.
I don't think that happened.
But like, what a specific thing to say. I was drunk laying on my friend's lap, and then Katy Perry pulls her underwear to the side and puts her
Yeah, I think-
I mean, it is very
vagina
random,
on
but-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Katy Perry might have been around here and was joking about something like that, but I don't think to that degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff.
And wouldn't you have to contort your body a lot to get it right in their face?
Maybe you
come on.
straddle them.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, she was already laying down, so it probably wasn't that
There's
hard.
a lot of people out there who would pay good money for something like that.
Right,
And
exactly.
Ruby Rose seems like somebody who would have liked it.
Thank you.
Nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Gina Grab. We got the birthday.